Hi, my name is Emily Shelton, and I have the article Evil and Omnipotence by J.L. Mackey. And in the beginning of this article, he goes on to talk about something that we've been talking a lot about in class. Um, he goes on to talk about how there's a contradiction in moral belief, and that contradiction being that how can a person believe that God is holy and continuously good and has total power, yet there's still evil in our world today and horrible things that happen daily and day in and day out to people. So in this paper, we're going to examine and look at some solutions that might possibly give us a better understanding of how we can look at evil and how we are going to, um, determine how to get rid of this contradiction in what we're facing. So he talks about adequate solutions and fallacious solutions. The adequate solution is basically when you have a person and they take out one of the three following characteristics, being one of the three being God is omnipotent, or God is wholly good, and three, that evil still exists. So we would take one out and therefore um, get rid of some, instability and some counter that they won't counter each other no longer. So this is something that made the best sense to me because, if you remove what is contradictory, it's no longer a contradiction. So this is the one I was able to relate with personally. The fallacious solution was a little harder for me to understand. Um, it says here, I'm on page 60. It says, in order to solve the problem one, or perhaps more, of its constituent propositions is given up, but in such a way that it appears to have been retained, and can therefore be asserted without qualification in other contexts. So he also states that the purpose for examining these solutions was to exhibit their fallacies and details. So um, So then some other solutions and things that he picks out along the paper is when people say God cannot exist without evil, or evil is necessary as a counterpart to good, which from their study they find to be true. That it is possible for evil to exist, but just enough evil to exist to counterpart the good. So the next one is evil is necessary as a mean to good. So this is saying it suggests that evil is necessary as a means to good to solve the problems of evil only by denying one of its constituent propositions. And that's on page 63, I quote. The third would be the universe is better with some evil in it than it could be if there were no evil, which kind of in itself makes sense, but when you look at it into further detail, it's still contradictory to what we're trying to find. So this solution, there's a couple different ways that Mackey aims at this solution, and this is one of the ones, this one and the following one is more detailed and more depth and more involved. And it requires a bunch of analyzation. And number 4 is evil. Evil is due to human free will. And when I read this, I thought that this one was very relatable because as humans, we don't want to create our own evil, but from this article, it could be something that we are doing. So In conclusion, I just wanted to state that, you know, I believe evil does exist, and on page 68 they say, of the proposed solution of the problems of evil which we have examined, none have stood up to criticism. So, there's no valid solution of the problem, but, um, you know, at least one of the constituent propositions in a way which, you know, are seriously affected, you know, we could think about that and then hopefully, you know, try to learn from it and progress. Thank you.